Okay, hello everybody. Welcome back to VR Master League as our evening of games in North America continue on. This is going to be a matchup between the Spaghetti folk that we just saw not too long ago, facing off against Kangorillaz. As I'm noticing their teams are misappropriated here on the scoreboard, but watch this. Magic button press. Kaboom. All right. Wait, actually, no. Was I right the first time? No, it wasn't. Okay, great. So I'm Palidore joining back here again, and just the same, it's SputnikKobra by my side. How you doing, Sput, after that hour break?
I'm doing great. Watched the previous game, and I'm looking forward to this upcoming game. And I believe we have another game tonight. I don't know if I'm casting it, but nonetheless, I look forward to that one as well.
Yeah, scheduled to start off here at the 30-minute mark of this hour, so 23 minutes or so. 23 minutes or so. We'll see if we actually get to that right on time, but it will be Nova facing Ignite. So Nova, again, coming back off the win versus Spaghetti an hour ago. So both these teams playing both of their weekly games tonight. What are these guys doing here? Just a punch party.
Sealable just doling out the abuse, and Spaghetti taking it.
Yeah, I don't think that's legal. In any case, we're going to be off to this game soon enough here. And like I said,
Whatever
followed
you
by Nova Ignite, and after that at 8:30 Mountain Time, so another hour and 20-some minutes, it'll be Guinness versus Reboot to end the night. So a lot of these teams we are seeing multiple times on the streams tonight, and that's fine by me. It's been some entertaining matches so far.
Yeah, whatever you do, do not unmute player comms.
Yep, I don't need to be told twice. The first thing I was telling Sputnik this just before we turned our mics on live. I joined, and the first thing I hear come out of a player's mouth, I won't name who Strembitsky, was something about, I'm going to something on ya. And it wasn't very nice, Strem, but it was classic Strem. I got a laugh out of it, and then I thanked him in my head for reminding me that I need to mute these streams because of people like him and Kangorillaz. So round one is now underway. Taken first here, Loveridge. The advantage, I think, Sputnik, you mentioned you're favoring Kangorillaz here. As they go for actually maybe a passing play, goes to Loveridge's hands, and there it is, the first goal.
And a quick succession of passes with a 3-meter shot. Strembitsky sending it back to Loveridge, posted up on the lower blocks as he makes the approach to goal and gets the two-pointer for the 2-point lead with 9 minutes and 30 seconds remaining.
And so I was saying just before that lovely series of passes that we're so used to. Oh, we're seeing a steal actually, so hold that thought as Strem will hold that disc and spin and win and does it again. All right, there you go. Now, as I was saying, I'm going to get it off before the get it out before the joust goes off now. People favoring Kangorillaz in this match, I would say, and reasonably so. They are the experienced team, former champions as well of VRL. But Spaghetti, as I mentioned earlier in the NovaCast, still a surprise team that is doing quite well for themselves so far these last couple months of preseason and now regular season as this disc goes flying to Iblo at Sports. And Loveridge will just fly in for the grab, saying, that's my disc, and you can't have it back. There's the 7.
Getting the boost, getting the grab, and then stealing that disc and putting it right in for the 7-point lead from Kangorillaz.
And you got to wonder, too, just how much maybe the tilt factor, I'm not sure if that, would still apply, but it just Spaghetti losing the game earlier versus Nova in the 2 rounds. It was so close, though, and it was at the very end off of some epic defense from Sir Dimwee. Just get a game-saving goal, basically, and then I think it was Zesper, perhaps. Hopefully I'm not wrong on that. Capped it off with a beautiful 3 to take an even bigger lead, but it was just such a strong effort, and then to come up short for Spaghetti, you wonder if being only an hour later, they're still feeling it a little bit.
Well, it's definitely the one thing that I'm looking forward to this match is hoping that Iblo at Sports makes some great saves, and them making an error, but able to retrieve it to Strembitsky off the ceiling with the cross pass to Sealable, and Sealable going low and through the hands of Iblo at Sports.
That was some nice moves there, and Sealable just catching it up top, and he didn't even have momentum. at the time, but he still found a way to get the wind underneath him and find the points. So 9 quick ones here for Kangorillaz. Spaghetti, little bit in the hole, or I guess in the pot, if you will.
Yeah, they're definitely not al dente right now. They're a little overcooked, and they're playing with a lot of disorganization. They're trying to keep up with Kangorillaz, but the much more experienced team is going to keep them on their toes and not allow them to set up at every chance.
They don't even need a setup here, at least not a lot of time. Oh, but it gets knocked off the head of Seal, and now a tap out from Strem, and you can see him waving his hands a little bit flustered by that miss, but that one will be guaranteed by Sealable Bag, putting his seal on that bag. Sorry.
Speedy, I will meet you outside the arena any day. Name a time.
5 o'clock. I'll be there. So, off it goes here again on the launch. Joust advantage, but not really finding the offensive advantage off of these ones is Spaghetti. They've had these turnovers. Kangorillaz just fearsome on the defense, and after all, they are kangaroos and gorillas, and both equally fearsome, much less when they're an amalgamation of the two. Just terrifying stuff. But here, giving a dose of the medicine. Meatballer cannot find the shot, though. Down to the bottom now. A missed pass, missed opportunity. A couple players, one from each team, meeting each other right there in the middle. And finally, benefiting off of it is Meatballer. Only for a moment, though, because Leverage, he's showing that there's no love lost with the stun. Gets a clear. Sealable Bag is in the way. Some booster coming through. Mad just swipes it right from Sealable's face. But that's okay, because they got the reset, and now they can form into their offensive line. And you can see... Go ahead.
I retract my statements. I apologize to Speedy. We do not need conflict and violence in this community.
Only the friendliest of stuns here in VRML and Echo Arena, to be sure. So Strembitsky takes that over here. A little bit loose, not quite great on the accuracy of that pass, but doesn't matter because they're cool, calm, and collected. They know they're up by 11 points here. So they're making their way up front. You can see Mad with a leverage in tow, literally, as the disc floats onto the bottom and gets contested heavily. A good grab by Yperm, where we noted last time around how fearsome he is on the stunning end, which is to say he gets a ridiculous amount of punches every single time he plays, but Strembitsky, he will always find those avenues and he'll drive right on through them.
I'm just reading this chat, and I don't even know what to say, because if I say anything, I'm just going to get shut down with OK Boomer.
Okay, Boomer. You set yourself up. But over here, 2iBlowout Sports losing the disc. Strembitsky taking it. Will it be in? No. Rebound to himself. And on the shelf, Strembitsky again flying through. 17 for Kangorillaz. Opening up the lead with just a flurry. Goal after goal right now, Sputnik.
Yeah, I could try casting the match. Let me get back into this. It's a 17-0 lead with 3 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. Let's see what Spaghetti can do, coming out with Joust advantage, sending it to right tube. Getting successive passes to the man on the floor. Meatballer making an approach on goal, but he's under pressure into the hands of Mad.
And there's Mad. You were talking about him earlier on in the streams, how he's one of your favorite players, and you think he's one of the top players out there. And we absolutely know that he's, at least I know, he's one of the best defenders and at goal and capable offender, sealable, off his hand, and into the goal. But, yeah, just wonderful talent on the Kangorillaz team. They won the Season 3 VRL championships for a reason, and we can see a lot of that there. Mad came after the fact. He was added once, the game went 4v4 with VRML, and just trying to find their stride here in Season 1 as it gets started. But Leverage does manage to cause some havoc on the defensive end. A little bit of weird interactions going on, but collecting the disc no less, and back to the mid-line. You can see the pile-up starting to form. And now the shot maybe, just as well a rebound. Oh, no, you can't mercy them like that. But they did. And that's that.
And the first round with a decisive victory to Kangorillaz. And I don't think Kangorillaz has any mistakes that I can point out. But me being hypercritical, they did something wrong, and I don't know what it is.
I mean, it's kind of a question of how much did one team do wrong, how much did the other team just do right. Uh, that was just fearsome play. They were looking kind of like the Kangos we're familiar with. Uh, they're going to wreak havoc on you, especially with those passes. I mean, the defense is one thing. Sometimes for Kangos, the defense is something that comes and goes, but on the offensive end, that passing play, that is their bread and butter and has been for the better part of the last year.
Absolutely, one of the best passers in the league. I mean, this goes without saying. Kangorillaz is an incredibly strong team. They have some of the best passing, some of the best plays. Not able to finish in the gold division last season, which was a very unexpected upset, and truly one of the best parts of the preseason. And now Kangorillaz is clawing their way back into that gold division, not taking any chances, not showing any mercy, and coming through with a 22 victory in the first round.
Yeah, strong performance. Kango's kind of just trying to squeeze through. You mentioned towards the end of the preseason, trying to qualify for those playoff brackets, championship brackets. And it looks like we do have the players back and ready to go, so restarting momentarily. But yeah, Kango's just barely missing that last slot. It was, a little reminiscent of something I experienced not too long before, where we barely missed the last seed, the last spot. We lost out to a very youthful team that people might be well familiar of in chat. And Kango's kind of experienced the exact same thing. They came off a championship win, and the youth took over. And it was interesting to watch just from my perspective because it was almost deja vu.
An end of an era, some may say.
End of an error, yes.
I don't think I said error.
I know. I said error.
I mean, I definitely don't have the best pronunciation, and I'm working on it.
No, that was all me. I was just saying. You said nothing wrong. I just said it. So round 2 is going to start now, guys, and we're going to go back to the gameplay here as you get a look at those highlights. Got a little lazy with the scoreboard there because the game got reset anyways. Plus, sealable bags extension. I mean, we can see them in the game now, but that Twitch extension showing the scores on the Twitch video player, that's all sealable bag, and so much for subtlety kind of in combination there, coming through with some amazing community efforts to, again, just make the lives all the more pleasant for the viewers at home. That's you. Usually. And over here, sealable bag, speaking of the man, gets it right in for the 2.
Mad sending that upper geometry pass from mid with sealable and Strem with the boost, retrieving it and putting it right in for the dunk.
And dunking, I should point out too, that is, or has long been Sealable's thing ever since, I don't know, I want to say 2018 at least, if not sooner. He was one of those who were just really hammering home, no pun intended, as the shot gets nailed through from Loveridge, but he was one of the original Sealable was at just hammering those dunks over and over. He would get all up under your feet and over your head, and it would cause so many problems. And this was before it became as popular as it is now.
The Sealable Slam.
Yes. Is that the official name for it? I have no idea.
I would assume so. It's the one I heard the most.
I've never heard it once, Sputnik. Oh. Talk about reminiscing over old times. That was a very familiar sound to me, too. So that'll get a replay in itself. The ding, the dunk, and right back is Spaghetti with their first 2.
Ringing the dinner bell, telling them to come home and eat. It's time to... I don't know where I'm going with this, but with joust advantage...
What you meant to
Kangorillaz
say...
is coming out to Trench, sending it quickly to Loveridge. Loveridge looking through, but does not make the pass connect. But back into the hands of Strembitsky. Strembitsky sending it through tube. Meatballer to retrieve it. Meatballer looking for a pass, taking his time. Under pressure by Loveridge. Juking Loveridge and sending it right into the hands of Matt at the back line.
Great stuff there from the defensive hands again. So another turnover, a seal, taking the disc. You can see Leverage already up top in position, but you know what? Going down low instead, right across. Why not? Mad puts it right back off Sealable's assist.
That he does. Mad coming out of the back line, getting some points for himself. A 5-point lead to Kangorillaz. And this round, Spaghetti's not taking it, and they're not going to take another Mercy, and they're going to give it their best, and they've got 2 points on the board so far.
And maybe trying to find themselves some more. So here is Mini Hat coming on up. A great pass back to isolate, but he'll get stunned as he approaches that outer edge of the 2-point area. But still maintaining possession is Meatballer down to Mini Hat. Now that's a beautiful passing play to buy them a great looking goal.
Now only a 3-point lead by Kangorillaz. Spaghetti's giving it their all. 6 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. It could be anyone's game. Let's see what Kangorillaz has to respond with.
We know they will dish out a handful of great responses if the last 12 minutes, 14 minutes are anything to judge by. They've been pretty fierce and not allowing Spaghetti to really make a lot of headway off of these jousts. Of course, Kango's coming in here with the offensive joust and looking for a chance to build this lead a little bit higher. There's a great pass. Oh, but too strong. Right back at him, though. Sealable bag, so he had that planned all along, clearly. 9-4. And 6 minutes left, a little bit over.
So a much better performance this round than the last. Now, Spaghetti with joust advantage. If they can make these successive passes, they can put another point on the board. This is still a game that they're in.
Oh, for sure. More than half of this round remaining, and making some headway. There's a great play. Oh, but could not hit the shot. Rushed that a little bit. I mean, it's not very often you get those open goals, but at the very least, they'll have another attempt. Also,
and Suburban Legend chiming in that Leverage is his uncle, showing that familial love and supporting his, I assume, his father's brother.
That's usually what uncles are. Depends if you're talking literally or figuratively. But yes, shout out to Leverage. Love him as well. Always a fun dude to hang out with. And from outer space, Mad. He found it.
Suburban Legend saying what? So it means that Leverage is obviously his mother's brother. And Jay Walker chiming in. It's a whole family in chat. They're just showing that family support.
And, well, no support on that punch. There's Leverage stealing it and getting the 15 points. That's 11-point lead now, double digits. Momentum starting to snowball here for Kangorillaz.
Spaghetti not able to keep possession, giving it up, and the past few possession chances, they got to do something here. They got to stay in this game with 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining.
We'll see if they can. There's, again, that suffocating defense from Kango's off the joust. Somehow, though, finding a way is Spaghetti to maintain possession, but not for very long, because there it is. Deep down, missing it, but off a rebounded shot. Leverage looking for that towing the line, finding the pass, and was that a beauty? Strembitsky assist Sealable, and that is solid way to go up 17-4.
Suburban is my mother's brother and also my boyfriend. I am done reading chat. That's it for me.
I'm done with you, Sputnik. Off it goes, Meatballer, just avoiding again. You see that joust so quick. And Sputnik, say something. Do something.
Okay, Matt sending it into the tube to Strembitsky. Strembitsky looking to the floor, getting into the hands of Sealable. Sealable giving the give and go, but not able to complete the pass. Setting up the geometry, but able to retrieve it. Strembitsky under pressure, sending it right back to Bowtie. And another bounce pass to Mad. Mad sending it quickly to the floor, getting there spacing, but getting stopped by Meatballer, and Meatball going for the clear.
Yeah, good grab there. We saw that, sorry, from Spaghetti earlier versus Nova. They had a lot of those punches just outside or just inside the bubble. There's another one. And that's what they kind of got away from. As you can see, Meatballer, he threw his arms up, upset with the clear not going through from him. But, yeah, just the brawls are something that they excelled at. a lot last preseason and against even Nova earlier. So here it goes again. See, I talk about it and then it just happens. I'm a wizard, Sputnik, sometimes. Other times, I don't even know. But it will go into the other side now and back to the hands of Kangos, it seems.
And Loveridge pulling it out of his wizard sleeve with the shot at 4 meters.
What's a wizard sleeve?
I don't know, but I'm going with it. And with 4-19 advantage, Kangorillaz, 2 minutes and 22 seconds remaining. It's not looking too good for Spaghetti.
Wizard sleeve. I guess, like magician's sleeve, maybe? That makes more sense, but I just got funny pictures when I thought of that. But anyway, it's sealable bag here. 19-4 lead. Loveridge, another one. Spinning, not winning, but on the putback. Wow, that just hung out the outer edge of that goal for what seemed like a full second before it went in there.
Styling with ease, sealable bag, getting the rebound, twirling around, and slamming it right back in.
And see the replay right there. Like, look, it just hung so close to that goal. One of those things where it's just a centimeter more, and it would have been in anyways, but guaranteeing the shot nonetheless and going up 21 points now. Mad, a loose disc off that attempted pass. Retains it, but for only a moment. And back to sealable down low, contested by Isolate and Mini Hat. Mad receives it on the other side, tries to avoid Y-Perm, who's been ever dangerous on the brawls.
Strabisky getting that wide pass, not into the hands of Loveridge. Loveridge reaching for it, missing it, but getting to the backfield and getting a slap back to their man in the backfield.
Oh, look at that tap pass, too. And nice, perfect bounce just about, intended or not. They're still going to reset for another play, but I love that touch pass. So soft. And just like that one, it drops with authority. 23-4.
The windmill dunk, making a mad slam. Not a sealable slam, but nonetheless some great movement from both teams. Well, from Kangorillaz specifically.
Yeah, great moves there. The passing, absolutely impeccable tonight for the Kangos. That's kind of the passing play that I'm used to seeing from them. Sometimes it got away from them during the preseason, but right now in this match, oh my goodness, it's one more dunk. And it's going to be the round. Sealable slam, 25-4, and that is, well, that's the match.
That is the match, with both rounds going solidly into the hands of Kangorillaz with two mercies, two absolute destructive mercies. But great game from Spaghetti. They hung in there, they played their best, and they knew they were going into a difficult match, and they stuck through it.
Lost must stats. But yes, great job sticking with it. And again, after that close loss against Nova earlier, it was Kangos, though, coming out here tonight in their season debut with clearly a message to send that they still have what it takes to play right there at the top. Not that anyone, I think, really ever doubted that, but, you know, after time passes and you have one disappointing preseason, don't quite make it into the finals, it's easy, again, I would know, but it's easy to say, well, okay, they lost it, it's a complete failure and it's all over, but you know what, no. They're not going to take that. They're going to come back and show that they still have, you know, all the talent in the world to compete with any team in the league.
And with how Spaghetti is developing, they're getting better with every match. They're going to be a team that no one will make jokes about and no one will take for granted. I can't wait to see how Spaghetti plays for the rest of the season.
Oh yeah, it didn't change from 2 hours ago, an hour ago when I said it, but Spaghetti's still one of my favorite new teams, just for that underdog factor, the unexpected factor. I really like what I've seen from them. So, you know, I think tonight's debut wasn't quite what they wanted, of course, in the result column, but I do have faith they'll put it together for some strong games. I mean, again, I mentioned earlier in the NovaCast, I can't bring it up real quick again, but Spaghetti had themselves, I mean, in the preseason, they took a round off of Synapse. They won full matches against the likes of Ignite and Flare, Wireless Jacks, Inverted to close out the season. I mean, they were on fire as the preseason came to a close, and they really started jumping up the ranks those final few weeks. So, yeah, we'll see a lot more from them in the future, no doubt.
Yes, and I hope to see more of that logo, and I hope they never change it because it is the best in the league.
Absolutely. But